where eventually your opponent starts to beat themselves because they believe you're that true to your system. And it feels like that's where opponents of the Panthers are at this point.
Can we, before we, I don't want to ask you about the coach of the Oilers, Knobloch.
We also have Panthers culture as a clip.
Yeah, I just, before we move off past it, I wanted to play this clip for you and get your guys' opinion on it. I was listening through and I was surprised by this. Can you do clip 1 on being underdogs, please? Knobloch?
You know, we talked to earlier about being a resilient group. Like, we saw it more last year just because our backs were against the wall more often. But going this year, you know, it was alluded earlier that we were an underdog throughout the playoffs. And for us to get to Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final, being a bunch of underdogs, it's a pretty good accomplishment. Unfortunately, it hurts just because we felt that we could have won it all. And, you know, getting so close last year and getting so close this year, you know, a lot had fallen into place, and it did very early in the playoffs. So I'm very, very happy about the guys. They gave a tremendous effort.
Underdogs.
Revisionist.
That's like,
You ain't first, you're last.
They were the Cup favorites.
I love
preseason.
That's like Nick Saban, like maybe he's like, Alabama, no one believes in us.
Yeah.
We're underdogs everywhere. It's like
You were in the Cup final Game 7 last year.
everyone
believed in you.
Were they favored in, like, we did game time all the time. They were favored in a lot of games.
Yeah, that's a coach being like, we did pretty good actually.
Like that's what
There's
exactly what
a
that comes
board
across.
going around for Sportsnet picks.
Yes.
It was all Oilers.
Yeah, 100%.
Except for Nick Kiprios, who picked the stinking Panthers. God. Oh, you picked the defending Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah, so my 8-year-old son, right? He was like, the team that just won, probably.
I've never really retweeted anything, but I did retweet one person last night who saw my pick the moment it came out on Sportsnet and said, is in regards if your pick wins one round, I'll buy you pizza and send it to Walmart where you'll be working.
Is that why you wore a blue shirt today?
Walmart has a Pizza Hut in it.
The moment the game ended, I sent him a tweet back with an emoji of a pizza slice.
I love it.
And that was it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
He was a good sport about it, though.
But what do you make of him saying that? Is that what it is? Like, we actually did great, and like I shouldn't be questioned at all. Like,
it reminds me of, we got a lot of respect in the handshake line.
Yeah, it's very eerily similar to me.
I don't know. I mean, it's clearly a defense mechanism that kind of kicks in, but
I think they deserve credit for a great playoff.
It's not reality to sit there and go that we never believed that they could truly beat the Florida Panthers. Come on.
Mean, every team they played could have beat them. LA was good. Vegas was good. Dallas was good. They had a great playoff.
They didn't sneak into a final here. They went through the front door.
Yeah, they steamrolled the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Right? No questions asked.
Yeah.
Who's the best team in the Western Conference? Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, but they weren't underdogs.
And I think statistically when we did game time, they were like, it was like minus 115 to minus 105. Like it was a pick-up period in the final.
Yeah.
Can they get back there again? The Oilers?
How do you see them possibly being better? How do they get better? So they need a goalie, right? The Skinner thing did not work. That, by the way, that killed them last night.
You can't let in the first goal.
No, Reinhart goes forehand, forehand, and chops it over his glove. He's not within a foot of touching it. The one, Reinhart's second goal, where he just blockers it lazily in front of him.
This is such a sweet goal.
Falling down, too.
But, like, he can't go many places there. Like, that one's so...
And you know what's even worse is that he's so upright on it. You know, he doesn't get back down and ready off the rebound. Right. He doesn't get back in position. Okay. He stays up like lazily.
Yeah. No, you know what? So I was texting with Steve Valiquette during the game last night. We didn't get to have him. He was in Italy.
And he was texting you?
Yeah, he was eating a burrata while
texting. What the hell?
He's in the villa.
So he's watching, but he won't come on? What the hell?
But he
I had
was
to put in a call.
I'm asking this story, but I said something about how the Skinner blocker play, didn't love it. And he said anything they shot on him at this point, he would have made a mess of it. Like he said, you just get to a point where you're brain fried. He told me this story about it happening to him, and we'll get it from him. But Skinner was just mentally
Gone.
rolled over at that point. You know, he just had nothing left to give.
You saw him skating off the ice after the first period, and he's just hanging his head. And I mean, like, if you're one of the guys in the bench, like, gee, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Wasn't inspiring.
Well, their first priority is to make sure 97 signs July 1st. Is it not?
Well, I don't think, Kip, it's going to be July 1st. I don't think there's urgency on that.
well,
for sure for Edmonton.
Let it not be July 1st.
It won't be July 1st. Great, right?
I see nothing but a constant distraction.
Yeah.
July 2nd.
I can, get in trouble for saying this. It feels to me that Canadian players are less likely to do that. Like, I feel like there's this loyalty. He's in Canada. He's a Canadian kid. Like, I feel like it's going to be less likely that he says, I can't take this. I want to go somewhere else. Like,
Yeah, McKinnon did it. Sid did it. Like, it's just like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Just kind of does it.
just, and you think about, like, all right, Kachuk did it. Feels like Quinn Hughes is doing it. Feels like Jack Eichel did it.
Yeah.
It feels, I don't know, like, why I feel like it's like a Canadian hockey player. It's like,
I can't get a read on it.
Yeah.
I can't.
So-
I'm only telling you. I'd be guessing to say that he wants to stay or he wants to go.
yeah. I mean, in
So-
reading some of the Oilers blogs today, I don't want to say it's a foregone conclusion that he's re-signing, but there's a lot of good points of why he wants to win. They're a team that can get to the final, and as they're presently constructed, are very, very good. Leon re-signed.
I don't know how good they are, JB. I really don't know how good they are. They're.
Good teams to
I know
win.
they did. I know, but they could have as many as 6 new players. And are they going to be better, worse? They don't have a goalie. Hyman comes back, of course, which is huge.
By the way, would
along
you
with
keep Skinner as a backup? He only makes 2.5, and he's played Stanley Cup Finals games, and I'd keep
it's a really tough ask for the fans or even for him to go back and say, you know what? I'm sorry that you guys wasted 2 years on me, but I'm going to
I'm more
be
of
a
a backup.
backup goalie now. And that's where I'm really comfortable. It's really tough. It's tough. Everybody,
I would love Skinner as a backup on my team, but on the team where you've been burned twice, it's really hard to
twice.
look at that.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I think you just kinda-
in 3 or 4 years from now, we could be looking at these 2 losses and saying that's the closest they ever got.
And you know what?
That's the danger of Connor still
That's what would terrify me.
re-upping, is that your window may have closed temporarily and you might need 4 or 5 years to get back.
And also, Pickard goaltended just as well as he did. And he only makes $1 million next year. You might as well just, even though he's older,